Hello, this is Michaela on Studious Octopus, and I'm just here doing my GlossyBox catch-up, the first one of the year. This is the January 2016 UK GlossyBox catch-up, and this is the Year of More editor's letter version. We got 5 items. I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4 full size and one sort of a deluxe travel sample size. It was only half the size of the full size, but I'll go over them now just from the box. I think cheapest to the most expensive, so that means starting off with this nail polish, and this was the Angel Paris Red Nail Lacquer. The problem I found out most about this is finding information about it, because I do like to look up the brands, but I did eventually find out that this is just distributed by, they're called Boya Paris, and they're actually the same company that distributes our Lollipops Paris makeup, which we've had before. And if you actually look at the GlossyBox website for what people got last month, it actually says it's a Lollipops nail polish, even though it doesn't say that anywhere on it, which is a bit weird. So this was a £6.32 nail polish. I have worn it the once. I found that I used 2 really thin coats, so it dried quite quickly, and it gave me a really nice sort of opaque colour coverage with just those 2 really thin coats. It is obviously a really lovely vivid colour, though we have had a lot of sort of reds and pinks, I think, in the past from GlossyBox. So it's not super exciting, but for a red, it's a lovely red. As usual with nail polishes, I'm not hugely into them, but it is nice. It wore reasonably well, I guess. I'm not sure I'm the best judge of that. Nail polishes tend to last about 2 or 3 days on me anyway. I use my hands for a lot of things and the chip. But that was the nail polish. It's nice enough. I wouldn't say I would buy it myself, simply because I don't particularly buy nail polish myself, but that's that. The next item up is the eyeshadow, and this was the GlossyBox in the shade Glossy Mauve. My initial impression of this, because it's a made by GlossyBox item and it didn't particularly say that it was from a particular brand made for GlossyBox, that they could really just say it's worth however much they wanted to say it's worth. Unlike in the past where they've done a cryoline highlighter with GlossyBox packaging, which was cute, but it was still a cryoline product, and they had the flash tattoos as well that were black branded GlossyBox. So this is possibly another company's product, but I'm not particularly sure. It doesn't say. I'm actually wearing it today. It is quite subtle. When you just put it on dry, you get a really sort of light, actually quite romantic and nice looking wash of the sort of greyish purpley colour. And it's very slightly sort of shiny metallic, but not really a proper full-on metallic eyeshadow. And then if you apply it wet, you do get a slightly stronger colour and a stronger metallic effect as well. I think it's actually nice enough. It is a nice big colour size. These ones that come with the lids, I tend to find it's quite useful to use the lid to do the applying wet, because you don't want to apply any liquids to the surface of this, because it'll dry on and make the eyeshadow behave a bit weird after the fact. But yeah, this is actually nice enough. I would probably use it again. It gives you quite a soft romantic look, and then I've added a little bit of black eyeliner. I don't know how well you can see it in this lining. A little bit of black eyeliner just to darken it up, but yeah, it's nice enough. Next up is the face mask. This was the Unani Dermo Defense face mask. I didn't feel like this was that fantastic. It's 1136, it's 100 millilitres, and it just kind of feels like you're putting on a clear gel onto your face. It didn't really feel like it was doing anything for me. But the problem is, I don't know if part of this is because we had such a nice face mask last month with the Star Skin one. They were lovely, and I could feel that my skin felt really nice afterwards, after that really lovely one-off treatment. Whereas with this one, I don't feel like it's doing all that much, or that it has a noticeable effect. It is still nice enough, and it doesn't make my face react, which a lot of face masks do as well, so that's nice, I guess. It is really mild, and probably is giving you sort of just a really gentle sort of treatment and hydration, but it's not a huge impact that it makes for your face. But for the size of it, I still think it's actually quite an affordable face mask. You get a lot in here. I've used this 3 times, I think, about once a week. So it'll last a long time. It still feels pretty much like it's full. So it's not a huge deal, it's just I don't feel like it's probably as nice as more expensive things, but that's often the case. And then next up, I think it's the lipstick, which I've got on as well, which is the Tease Cosmetics little lipstick, which came in the shade Coral Onyx. Like a lot of people, I experienced mine snapping off. Twisted up there, you can see where it cracked off, and I just smushed it back together. It's still going strong. I didn't actually get mine snapped, and I didn't drop it or anything. It just snapped while I was using it, and I know how to use lipsticks. Obviously, you don't wind the whole thing out and use it, so it just breaks from the pressure, you know. It feels mostly like this is the wrong format for this formula, that this formula is kind of just always going to snap off because it's really soft, it's quite creamy, it's lovely and moisturising and comfortable to wear, but it would probably be better off if you just put it in like a little pot and sold it in a little pot, like the Bella Pierre little pot one that we've had, which is the lip and cheek stain one. Which on that note, actually, you can use this quite nicely as a little bit of a cream blush, which is nice. I like multi-use products. The only thing I would probably say is I don't really feel like you get a huge amount of product in it for the amount that you're paying. This is about £12, especially with the size of the container that it's in. I think if it was in slightly less, I don't know, maybe nicer packaging, and you got more of the product in just a pot, that would be better. It would feel more like it was worth it. But yeah, it's really nice and comfortable to wear, nice and creamy, and it's a very nice, cute, sort of flattering colour that isn't particularly bold. So it's actually quite a nice lipstick. But yeah, mine snapped like I think lots of people snapped. So that's those 4 items. And then the final item, which is the most expensive, this is the Madara Cellular Repair Serum. And I've used quite a bit of this because it directs you to use it morning and night as part of your routine. It's an extra step, it's not just a moisturiser. This one cost £19, which is half the size of the full-size one. Full-size one is about £40. I have sort of mixed feelings about it. It has a strange sort of almost tacky texture, so I don't feel like it really moves on your face smoothly, but then when you put on your moisturiser over it, that kind of smooths it around within your moisturiser, I think, so it doesn't really matter. It has a really weird smell. To me, it kind of almost smells like orange juice, like really weird orange juice, but I assume, considering it's the top listed ingredient, that's just what birch juice smells like, but it's kind of a strange smell. I'm not sure it's really pleasant. But I do think the serum actually improved the texture of my face. My skin did feel sort of nicer, not again to a huge degree, and I think part of that is because I'm not really the target audience for this kind of product. I don't particularly worry about the signs of aging yet, both because of my age and because of the condition of my skin. So this would probably have a more noticeable effect maybe if you have the right type of skin that this is targeted for. But it was a lovely product, and it is still really nice, as I usually say, to use the box to try these really high-end products where, you know, double the size of this, which isn't particularly big, would be £40 in and of itself, which I would never buy, quite honestly. But you know, it's nice to try these luxury products. And that was the whole box. It came to £55 in the end, like I said in my unboxing. The makeup and, you know, nail polish items are nice enough, though as usual I'm not hugely into nail polish. And the two face care items, this one really lovely, but more money than I would really spend on something and not really for me. And this one kind of, but like not terribly. Like I'll use it. I'm sure it's still like doing something. It just doesn't feel like it's doing a lot. Yeah. But the next box we're getting is the February box, which is going to be, again, a limited edition Valentine's Day box. I know we're getting the MUA Power Pout Glaze, because everyone, or hopefully everyone, will have picked their shade. I picked a sort of a more neutral type shade, because I've been wanting to try out some nude lipsticks recently. But I'm really looking forward to the Valentine's Day box. Last year's Valentine's Day box was really cute and had some really actually lovely products in it. I remember really liking that box. So I'm really looking forward to this year's Valentine's Day box as well. So that was the GlossyBox catch-up, and I'll see you again next time. This is just a regular pink box this month. I don't actually know much about this box. I haven't particularly been paying attention much to the internet or social media over Christmas when they would have unveiled it.
Hello? Dr. Munchie?
Where are we? This isn't what I was expecting.
It's half abandoned and still in the process of being decorated.
Where is everyone?